Well, good morning and welcome on this Friday to the morning show.
It's already Friday?
It is indeed Friday.
Huh.
I know.
Wow.
I know, and you came back. We didn't scare you off on the first day.
I had a great time.
Oh, good. Okay, that's why you came back then.
I mean, if it was boring, why would I not be here?
Well, true.
Right.
All right. So I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Parker Weinthal.
And this is the morning show, and we are coming to you from the fabulous Arizona Center. So, we've started doing this thing, gosh, I think it was last week, doing a word of the day. So our word of the day for this Friday, March 21st, is obverse. Ooh. The side of a coin or currency note bearing the chief device and lettering broadly.
Oh.
Which makes no, I'm like.
So like heads or tails?
Yeah, pretty much. Counterpart, also opposite.
Okay.
Now, let's see. While a lot of companies these days are cutting costs and limiting jobs, the sulkiest company is doing the obverse.
Uplifting. Good for them.
They really, whoever is choosing these sentences.
They're trying. It's kind of depressing, really.
Well, but it doesn't, but again, it's like context. It's like the sentence is supposed to give away the meaning by the context. So.
It's like a
which I don't think
bee.
it really. Yeah, it's like a spelling bee,
Yeah.
but they're even choosing worse sentences.
It's vocabulary. It's a perfectly cromulent phrase, really.
So we are so happy you are here, and so we will be back right after this break with a great guest and a really cute pooch that
I love puppies.
Will probably steal the show. I have a feeling.
I'm gonna steal the dog.
And welcome back to the morning show on this Friday. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Parker Weinthal.
And we're so happy you are joining us we are coming to you from the fabulous Arizona Center. Indeed we are. And what a fun day we're going to have because we have a super wrinkly,
Special
cute,
guest.
Adorable. What other adjectives can we use?
Love bug.
Love bug. Exactly. Cuddle bunny.
Oh my gosh.
So many things.
Snorky.
But also, she is with Melissa Santiago.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I am great. So thank you so much for being here
Absolutely.
and bringing Haven.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what a beauty and what a ham.
Yes, the ham, definitely.
So tell us a little bit about what brings you here today.
So I am a volunteer for Pay People Shar Pei Rescue. It is a breed-specific rescue. We rescue Shar Peis, we rehab them, and have them sent to their forever homes. We do a rigorous background check and make sure that they have the most amazing life possible. And until then, they're with people like me, and they have a great life. We rescue them from shelters. That's where they mostly come from. We are all over. We're in all over the West Coast. So California, Arizona, obviously, New Mexico, Texas, Utah, Nevada, Washington, just like all over.
Okay.
All over the West Coast.
So, is it one of those cases where it's like people are like, oh, get a cute dog, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this dog?
Yes. So there are some owner surrenders, and usually around the holidays is when people think it's a great idea to get someone a pet as a surprise without discussing it, and then that's how they come to us too. A lot of them come from shelters. A lot of people are like, well, I don't want a shelter dog. I want a dog to come from a breeder because I want to know where it's coming from. But Haven came from a shelter, and I did a DNA test on her, and she's a purebred.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep, she's a purebred. I was surprised that she was a purebred. When I first got her, she was severely emaciated.
What is her story?
So basically her story is, I believe that she was picked up in Compton. I believe it was Compton, but she was taken to the Carson shelter. And the shelters that are there, they know of us, and they reach out to us and say, hey, can you bring one in? I had saw her in our group, and I was like, oh my God, she's so cute. You know, I want to foster her. So we did like these 2-hour legs, and there were 3 other volunteers that each drove 2 hours and handed her off and brought her to me. But basically, she's had multiple sets of babies, and I actually met with an animal communicator.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep. I met with an animal communicator. It was really for my other dog, Harlow, that's recently passed. But basically her story from this animal communicator, and I do believe everything that she's told me because she brought up something that no one would have ever known. She told me that my dog, Harper, had said she really liked when I made this cake with strawberries and whipped cream. And it was a strawberry shortcake that I made for Harlow's first birthday 13 years earlier.
Wow.
Yeah. So her story that she told me about Haven was that she had never really been inside of a house before. She was used to make babies, and she was abused. And she wasn't actually tossed out. Haven ran away.
Oh,
and
wow.
she was found on the streets. Yep, on the streets in California.
So how did you fall in love with Shar-Peis?
So Harlow.
Okay.
Harlow, my OG, my soul dog, my baby. She was a Shar-Pei golden retriever. And my daughter was asking for a dog. And I already had 3 in the house, but she wanted her own dog, and she was going to be moving out to, go to grad school, and she wanted her own dog. So I said, if we're going to have another dog in this house, it has to be a Shar-Pei. Because I never had any issues with Harlow. She was like the perfect dog. And I'm like, that's got to be like the breed, right? So I just looked up Shar-Pei rescue, and I found Pay People. And I got one of my closest friends from it. She was going to adopt a different dog. And we went to go see the dog, and we met her, and we met Gail, and I was like, Jaylene, this dog belongs here. So it didn't realize that Gail really wanted to keep Cleo, but because we had already met her, she's like, I can't do that. They've already met her. They're going to adopt her. And then she had a medical issue also, Cleo. So Kim had reached out and said, if you want to wait for her, it's probably going to be like another month, but we do have other dogs coming in. So Jaylene, my daughter, was like, let Gail keep her. So I just said to Kim, we'll be okay with taking a different dog, but we really want Gail to adopt Cleo. And her name at the time was Cindy. And Kim was like, I don't know if I could say that to a foster, but it just so happened that Gail wanted to keep her. So now, so I've gotten some really great friends from there, and I've had 15 fosters so far.
Wow, those guys, 15 fosters.
Yep, in and out like a revolving door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except this one.
Yes, except this one. She was number 2. Ren was my number 1. I did want to keep her, but I didn't. I kept her, and then after that, I'm a girl mom. So I have all girl dogs. So I was like, if I take another dog, it's got to be a boy, because I got to make sure that I'm not going to keep him. So I got Remy, and then he was adopted so fast. It was like within 24 hours, he had an application. And
wow.
Yeah. Yep. And I have great relationships with all of my fosters. I've even gone up to Canada.
Really?
Yep.
So what is that experience of being a foster like?
I can say that for me, I think it's a little bit different, because it was very, very hard to let Ren go. I was very upset. And then, of course, I kept Haven. And after that, I had Remy, and I only had him like a day. And then, 3 days later, he was gone. So it is hard, but I have really good relationships with all of them. Sometimes it's hard to keep up, but I have pictures, videos, I talked to them. I went up to Canada to see Theo. I stayed there for a week. I'm good friends with his parents. Harrison and Birdie, their siblings in Marana, they come up to me all the time, and I babysit them. Haven thinks Harrison is her son. So, yeah, I have good relationships with all of them. Wow. They send me pictures, I talk to them, I visit them, all of them.
So have you done anything special in your home for all these fosters?
Yes. So the house that I was living in was a 2-story home, and I vowed to sell it as soon as my dogs were starting to struggle with the stairs. As soon as Harlow and Harper, who's going to be 14 in May, Harlow turned 14 in January. As soon as they started to struggle, I immediately listed my house, and I sold it, and I moved to a single story, and I completely gutted it, and I built a decompression room for my dogs and for fosters. So,
oh, wow.
Yep. So it has a TV in there with like surround sound setup. It has lots of colorful pictures with colors that dogs can see. It has a couch. It has 2 beds. It has a giant, it has this plus a giant bin of toys. And it's just for like incoming fosters to like go there and hang out, because you know there's always like that 3-3-3 rule, 3 days for them to decompress, 3 weeks for them to learn your routine, and then 3 months for them to feel like they're part of the family.
Although
So-
I think Haven has
pretty
not
decompressed
followed that
right now.
3-3-3 rule. I think it's like
Yeah, she's the youngest. She's the baby of the family. Like Harlow, I don't have her anymore, but she's my OG. I had her for 14 years and 2 months, 14 years and 1 month, and then Harper will be 14 in May. Olivia.
oh, so there's one that doesn't have an H, because I was like, everybody's got an
Yes.
H.
Going
So
on here.
Olivia
So-
was supposed to be Hattie.
Ah, okay.
But everybody kept making fun of it. So I
good
made
name.
it. I like it. Now I'm like, I should have named you Hattie, But yeah, so she's the only O. And it just so happens that Haven, when I brought her in, they wanted to give her a name that I didn't like, and I'm like, oh, I already picked something out, and I really didn't. I just said Haven like this, without even thinking. So it just so happened that it was an H name.
Right.
And then I wound up keeping her, and obviously I kept the name. So
Yeah.
I think we even have video of your decompression room.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can roll that video to... Oh, you did already? Okay, I didn't even see it then. Okay, sorry about that. Theo's on the ball and I'm not, so there you go. So how can people get more involved with the Shar-Pei Rescue?
Oh my goodness, we are always looking for fosters, because of course the more fosters we can pull in, the more dogs we can pull out of shelters, the more dogs that we can take in. They can definitely go to, they can email info@paypeople.com. They can fill out a form directly on paypeople.com. Our dogs, I feel like they go pretty quickly. They get adopted pretty quickly. Sometimes people are like, I don't know if I can commit for so long. Obviously, all situations are different. For me, the longest I've had a dog was 5 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, they fairly quickly. A lot of people that they're so cute. Hello, those wrinkly,
Right, I know.
those wrinkly faces.
Right.
So but we like rescue and rehab them. We do we volunteer at adoption events. I always bring Haven. She's like. She's
so
like
much personality in that.
Right,
Yeah,
very
I
much
don't seem
so.
like it right now.
I know, but she's in a new
in a good
environment and she was pretty active.
Yes. Yeah.
so-
Oh, you're not kidding. So yes, very
Yeah.
much so. But yes, even if you can't, bring in a dog to where you are and foster anyway, like transportation, like we need help with like transport. If we can get someone to do a leg or to, drive.
Actually, that's a great way, because the thing is, it's like you might not be able to have a dog in your current situation, but you can still help
Yes.
in other ways.
Yes.
That's really nice to hear.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Like right now, like Kendra, I work from home and I work very early hours. So if I have a dog that needs to go to the vet to either get spay or neutered, or they need a checkup or whatever it may be, Kendra's like my go-to person. And I'm like, hey, can you take the dog to the vet for me and, drop them off for their
Right.
spay or their neuter. Volunteering to do adoption events, take a dog from one house to another, bring a dog to the vet. It doesn't always have to be fostering and bring the dog into your home. It could be numerous ways, helping us post on social media, helping us look through shelters to look for
so all
Shar-Peis.
kinds of ways people get involved.
Yeah.
if someone wants to foster, like 3 quick tips. It's like to a new foster, if someone came on board with you, they want to foster a dog, 3 things they should know to make it better for them.
Be aware of the 3-3-3 rule. Keep the dog on the leash. You always want to have a dog on a leash. And just have like an environment where you understand, you know, like where you understand where the dog is coming from. Just think of it as if you're bringing in like a human foster.
Okay.
You know, like on an emergency, and you know, just try to have like essential things that would be beneficial for a dog. You know, like if you don't have any dog, you know, try to keep like baby Tylenol on hand if they happen to fever.
Wouldn't even have thought of that.
Oh yeah, Shar-Peis can fever.
Huh.
Yes. Yep. It's a variant in them, and she doesn't have both of the strains of it, but it can be common for Shar-Peis to fever.
Huh.
And they'll get like little ham hocks. That's how you can tell too on them if they're fevering. Yeah. Yep. So like have like baby Tylenol on you, just like little essential things that a lot of people, or Benadryl, because they do, you know, they kind of have allergies. So Benadryl or Tylenol, just little simple things like that.
Okay.
Toys, you know.
Gotta have the toys.
Yes, lots of toys.
So if you want to, tell people how they can get more involved, where they can find information about maybe if they want to be a part of the rescue.
So if you want to be a part of the rescue, you can either email us at info@paypeople.com, or you can find us on social media. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram. You can also go out onto our website and fill out a form and check out previous adoptions, dogs that are available. We have, I believe, 29 right now in rescue, spread out between California, Texas, New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona, just all over. And you can go on there and see the application and fill it out and check us out and see what we're like. And I mean, I do all of the design work for us too, so
okay.
Yeah, yep, I made that thing right behind me.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I did that, all of the signage, so anything, like even if you want to help with that, you know, like if you're a graphic designer and you want to help do that, you can do that too.
So all different ways to get involved.
Yes, all different ways.
Whether
All
you're opening your
different
house to a dog or just lending a hand.
Yeah. I mean, we do the calendars every year, and if you want to just sit there
Wait, calendars.
Yes.
Tell me about the calendars.
So every year I design a calendar for us. It's a 15-month calendar, and people will put in they'll make a donation and submit their photo of their Shar-Pei. It doesn't have to be one from us. It can be a Shar-Pei that you have. And then I put the calendar together every year, and then we sell them to help raise funds.
Aww.
So you can also help by donating. Yeah.
Donating, buying calendars?
Yes, calendars. We do apparel sometimes. And I design all of that too. So if, you know, it comes where we do the calendars, if you want to even if you just have time and you just want to ship them at night, you just want to stuff them in envelopes and send them out, you could even do that.
Wow.
There's something for everybody.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, very much.
Really cool. Well, Melissa, thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And bringing Haven.
Yeah, Haven who's sleeping.
I know. It's so funny.
Haven.
I mean, she was running around so much, and now she's kind of like,
she's
okay.
poked.
Yeah. Oh, completely.
What's up?
She's like, oh yeah, I'm good.
You got treats?
Yeah. Oh, she doesn't turn down a treat, let me tell you.
Someone say bacon? I'd like some
Yeah,
bacon.
she was 35 pounds when I got her, and now she's 54 pounds.
Wow. So
Yeah.
when you say she was amazing, she really was.
Oh, yeah, you can visibly see her ribs sticking out.
She's a dense little girl.
Yeah,
Does not weigh 54 pounds.
Yeah, she's a chunk.
She's a chunky girl.
Yeah.
Aw.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much for being
Absolutely.
here. And please reach out to Pay People Shar-Pei Rescue.
Yep, Pay People Shar-Pei Rescue.
So if you want to help in any way you can, because they can sure use that help. And I'm shocked by the number of dogs.
That's a lot of dogs.
We've had a lot more. We've had some rescued from an Oklahoma-Texas border from a backyard breeder. Oof. And we would be taking, thank goodness they got shut down, but it took several years to get them shut down, but we were taking 18 and 20 dogs at a time.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've had multiples. I've had up to 3 fosters in my house at once.
Wow. Good for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doing good work.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And we will be back right after this break with our usual shtick of things to do to celebrate and
fun
all of
stuff.
That. Yeah. Good morning and welcome back to the morning show on this Friday. Oh my gosh. So I am Marshall Shore.
And I am Parker Weinthal.
And where are we? The
Fabulous. I'll get this. This is my day 2. I'm working on it.
The Fabulous Arizona Center. Perfect. Look at that. You're getting the hang of it just in time.
I'm learning how to speak.
For the weekend. And so, well, let's talk a little bit about some Arizona history. All right, so on this date, back in 1901, the Arizona Rangers were created. A group of guys who would basically just ride around and be the law. They worked so well, they wound up being disbanded by 1909.
I wonder why.
But in 1957, they were reestablished more as a volunteer organization dedicated to supporting law enforcement, and community safety. But at that same time, it also became a TV show. 26 Men.
Really?
That was filmed actually out at Cudia City, which would have been 40th Street and Camelback.
Huh.
And so where Chelsea's Kitchen is, that used to be the sound stage.
There was
a whole
mini Hollywood out here, I remember back in the day.
Yeah, and so basically, and that was, if you look at over the canal, there's a bridge. Yeah. There's actually the city of Phoenix gave Mr. Cudia a thank you, and so there's a plaque because he built that so he could get to his own soundstage, and that then created access to Paradise Valley from there. So, but yeah, so you can get all those 26 Men. It was 78 episodes. You can get those on DVD. You can stream them, and just get some Arizona history.
I'm always learning something new about this state.
You know, that's the beauty. There's so much going on. All right, and so let's talk about some things we can celebrate. All right, well, today is Big Bang Day.
Really?
Yeah, well, it all stems from the Planck collaboration, which was the first all-sky map, and that was created in 2013. And so basically it helped people just understand the universe and the idea of the Big Bang Theory, the universe's age, composition, evolution. So hence why we're celebrating that on March 21st.
It's, know your place in the universe, because it's a vast thing.
It is that's growing every moment.
Kind of creepy. It just keeps doing this.
Exactly. I was thinking kind of like my waistline just keeps doing this, but
that's
we're
Girl Scout cookie season's over, man. It's cool.
I know we're not going to go down that path.
Good.
Although today is California Strawberry Day.
Now you're speaking my language.
So no, my gosh, look at those luscious red strawberries,
Yum.
Sliced up, where you just put them in a bowl and eat them like that with a little bit of milk or cream.
Milk and strawberry? Really?
Yeah.
I'm lactose intolerant. I'm missing out, I guess. I don't know.
So, or just.
Oh yeah, just pop them.
Yeah, exactly.
So good.
And also today is International Color Day.
Very cool.
Celebrating basically how color impacts our lives. I mean, that red sign is not just stop, but red. I mean, strawberries, So
Passion.
Exactly. So many colors are tied to emotions and can actually change how you feel about your environment. So just think about that.
Yeah, like institutional green when you're at the doctor's office. You're like, I've got a cold. Or something happy, like bright and yellow and cheery, festive.
Well, that's like the missile silo out in Golden Valley, which you can actually do a tour of.
Really?
And it's that institutional green, but it's just like this huge ass silo of all that green.
It's just like mint green, basically.
Yeah. Oh my, it's glorious.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is a throwback.
That's a.
Wow.
So it is, and speaking of throwbacks, it's National Rosie the Riveter Day.
She is an icon.
She is, and really talking about all those women that during World War II took over men and started doing those jobs that were crucial to the war effort and the community. And so whether it was riveting, welding, all kinds of things, and those women broke barriers. It was meant for many of them the first time they ever worked outside of the house, beyond being a homemaker.
It may have changed society for the better, I'd say.
I think so. So happy Rosie Riveter Day to you all out there.
She deserves it.
Indeed. Well, we'll be back right after this break with some more guests that I think have a really cool event coming up.
Yes, we do. Quite a few great things.
Indeed. So, all right, we will see. And welcome back on this Friday morning to the Morning Show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Parker Weinthal.
And we are here at the fabulous Arizona Center.
Got it. Nailed it. Up top.
All right.
Something.
Yeah.
2 days.
So, yeah, and so we've got a couple more guests coming on. Now you've seen Carrie before from Deed Squared, but she also brought with her Rhuneisha, who has a really cool program, and we're going to challenge some of you. I think we may actually get in the loop and try to participate as well. So welcome to the morning show.
Thank you.
So happy to see you back, and Rhuneisha, happy to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you for being here. So tell us about D Squared.
Okay, yeah, so D Squared, Homes for the Homeless, they have programs that help prevent homelessness. They've also got some sustainability initiatives, which you can kind of see laid out on the table here a little bit. Oh, yeah, let's hold some of these up.
Indeed.
So these are made out of recycled plastic bags. And kind of the point of this is to hand these out to homeless population to just kind of, help them if they need a bag, if they need a sleeping mat. This just kind of helps them.
And that's a perfect tie into Rhuneisha, what you were just talking about. So you tell us a little about the event that's coming up.
We're so excited. So it's going to be the first Fashion for Sustainability event. It's going to be an annual fundraiser that we do with D Squared, where we are going to be calling on designers. Like right now, designers, anyone who maybe isn't a tag in their shirt just yet, but has some creative ability. We want to see your designs. We want to see what you can do by creating garments that are 50% at least plastic. And yes, incredible things. I mean, the fact that I'm holding a really cute purse that is plastic, imagine what someone can do when they weave in other textures and textiles and maybe get crazy dyeing. I'm not gonna give you all the tips because I want you to pull your own stuff in. But in early October, we are going to be showcasing sustainable fashion like the Valley's never seen it before.
That is fascinating. So you're looking at people make like dresses, jackets, shirts, whatever they can kind of conceptualize.
Absolutely.
Out of like bags like this.
Anything goes, it's fashion. There are no rules.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of categories that, if you need some ideas, we've got full garments, which would be like a dress and a top and pants. We've got half garment or half, which is like a top or pants. And then we've got our accessories category, which would be, like hats, a scarf, or like a bag, kind of like this. So those are our three.
So tell people how they can get involved.
Yeah, so we've got an email address, ffsdsquared@gmail.com. They can reach out if they are interested in participating as a designer. We've also got our website, dsquaredforhomeless.com.
Yes.
And yeah, so what this show is really about is we want to bring awareness and raise funds for D-Squared initiatives. And so this show is going to be kind of a platform for a bunch of different communities and a bunch of different organizations to kind of collaborate together and kind of help raise that awareness and help raise those funds for initiatives for D-Squared surrounding prevention of homelessness and sustainability efforts. And so, yeah, like Rhuneisha was saying, we're definitely, we're looking for designers who want to enter into the plastic bag competition. And so basically, reach out to us if you're interested. You would need to make a design out of recycled plastic bags, at least 50% of that design.
One of the things I think is it's like when you just start looking at just the difference in the bags or even the sleeping mat, just the difference of weaves and things you're able to get out of a plastic bag. Something that we all have a closet full of.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So what a great use. I mean, and I love the fact that it's to go support folks who are on the verge of being homeless or are already there. I mean, the sleeping mats, I remember when you brought those in the first time and we were just amazed.
Yeah, so this one is made with a loom.
Wow.
This is this is quite a lengthy process. It takes multiple different volunteers. And as you can see, it's a lot of material, a lot of effort goes into something like this. But it really is helpful to the homeless population.
Oh, very much so.
We end up handing these out so that people just have something to lay down,
Right, because we're known for our very flatness, but it's not perfectly flat and it's not comfortably flat.
Right. Yeah.
Not comfortable at all.
Yeah.
Right.
And I love that you mentioned that we all have these stashed away in a pantry or something somewhere, but the idea that you could actually take what might seem like trash and create something that's so useful for people to use and potentially even make a little money. Like, we didn't mention that. But there is a cash pool.
There is a cash
$2,500 cash pool. So the thing that costs you your grocery bill, you can potentially turn into fashion and coins.
Very cool. Well, they just did an event at the Science Center where they paired artist and scientist up, and one young woman took plastic bags and coated them with mycelium, which ate the plastic.
Really?
And so she was able to create like a cowl that it's like when she started talking about the emotions, that you were separated from everything. And so
interesting.
So I will see if I can dig up her name, because I think she would be, it was just interesting using plastic bags as now this way to create isolation.
Yes.
And create these emotions.
Yeah.
Which you can see just by looking at them.
And safety, just overall, like, there's psychological safety. We all desire it.
Yes.
But when you think about a person that's in a position where they're either in a gap or just experiencing homelessness, you have these great needs. But one of those needs is also just feeling safety, feeling as if you have, some dignity, feeling as if, those bare needs are taken care of. And things that it might not seem like, if I may, like much, but just having a water bottle holder, that this is so cute. Like, I love this, but it's also super functional.
Right.
These are the types of initiatives that D-Squared prides themselves on pushing, and this is an opportunity for people to get engaged and recognize how much good we can do with just being innovative.
Yes, very much so.
Really great concept. It really brings like the humanity back to the process.
Yes.
That even if you are just homeless and you're having a hard beat, you need somewhere comfortable to sleep.
Absolutely.
And it just keeps it psychologically. You feel better.
Yeah.
It's hope.
Yes.
A little bit of hope.
Yeah, just a little bit of hope.
And it is quite soft.
It looks soft.
Yeah.
Well, and you were saying the more you use it, the softer it gets.
Yes. So when you take your bag, like, just try this, like, at home. When you stretch it, it starts to change the feel of it. But then imagine if you were to dye it. Imagine if you were to weave it. Like, my sister and mother, they knit things all the time. So as soon as I recognized I didn't even know about the PLARM program, honestly, until D-Squared. But when I realized, hold on a second, if you can turn plastic into yarn, you can do some of anything fashion-wise with plastic.
Yeah.
Just with the thing that is in our cabinet balled up.
Yeah.
This would be great for winters. Like a good insulation, like weaving insulation. If you say 50% plastic, you can make a whole winter coat series that are affordable and like upcyclable for people to stay warm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And if the designs are easily repeatable, then I mean, I think that's even better.
Absolutely.
Well, and when you mentioned dyeing it, it's like, oh my gosh, didn't even think
Yeah.
about that. So
Yeah.
you can really
Yeah.
start
That would
transforming
be-
the color.
You can make any color, like bag or
Yeah, that's
think that'd be
super
awesome.
interesting. And I love those different categories. So, you know, you might not want to make like an entire dress, but you can do a bag
Yeah.
and choose what kind of weave do you want and just those subtle things.
right. There are different weaves. You can do different accessories, bags, like clutches, scarves, hats.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. Tell us about this exciting new event that we can look forward to in the fall.
Absolutely. Yes.
So it
Very
sounds like a lot of fun. And again, I think we may already be kind of looped into doing something with it. So very
Think so.
cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you so
For
much.
having us.
All right, and we'll be right back after this break with some more things to do other than just making fashion. We shall see what else we've got on the books.
There's some cool stuff.
All right. And thank you for spending Friday morning with us here on The Morning Show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Parker Weinthal.
And we are where?
At the Arizona Center.
You got it right.
Finally, and it made it to Friday too.
I know. So, you know,
We're here.
so we're getting ready for a fun weekend. What are some things to help us in that prep?
Well, I started drinking already.
Oh, you think you're alone?
No, no, I don't.
I mean, that bottle of wine in the bathroom says otherwise. But
How do you think you get through a Friday morning show? I don't know. But I'm drinking water. That's sad. Gotta stay hydrated. Keeps the skin nice.
Indeed.
Just saying.
Out here in the desert, you got to stay hydrated.
It's that time of year. So, lots of cool things going down. This was sent in to us by Elisa Lane. She's the Director of Business Relations over at Podworks.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Podworks Studios is doing a launch party in Mesa at 4 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. They have a brand new location. They have like a mixer, studio tour, networking vibe thing going on there. It's a state-of-the-art recording studio. They kind of bring together artists and their team, and you kind of, you know, like, seems like kind of a WeWork vibe for musicians. And they're giving away stuff. There's a giveaway, prize giveaway, a little raffle going on there.
There you go.
And you get a little sneak peek behind the scenes of what they're all about. So that's from 4 to 7 p.m. It's free.
Well, there you
That
go.
is my favorite price.
Exactly. It's hard
an
to beat
easy
that
deal.
price.
You can't beat free.
No.
No. Now, what I want to go to, though, do you know we have an ostrich festival?
In Chandler?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's an ostrich festival. It's at Tumbleweed Park. It is today at 2. I mean, if you can ride them. I mean, I've seen it in the movies. Like when I was a kid, I want to do it. It would be the coolest thing ever. It's probably illegal. I'm just saying. Someone has to ask for me. But the Chandler Chamber Ostrich Festival, it's a family-friendly festival. It has a variety of national and local entertainment, shows, carnival rides, games, fair food. You can't go wrong with the fair food. A deep fried, whatever the heck you want. Delicious.
Do you think they have like the?
You're gonna say it?
I'm like the big leg.
Turkey.
Yes,
It's turkey.
It's turkey.
It's turkey. The poor don't offend the poor animals. Oh, but at the main stage headliners, they got Los Rileros, Natasha Bedingfield, and Tyler Hubbard. And it's today, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh
20
wow!
bucks
So
a day.
it's an all weekend thing.
all
oh, cool.
weekend. Save $10 if you buy all 3. Only $50.
Well, there you go. And most of those music festivals are a lot more than $50. It's
pretty good.
And there's ostriches.
I love ostriches. They're just so cool. Like, I'd make anyway, video game reference, no one's gonna get it. We're gonna move on. Called chocobos. If anyone play Final Fantasy VII and they're my age, they might remember like you have to ride like these like ostrich-looking birds to like beat the game. And it's really cool. So yep, someone off camera's looking going, what's that? Oh yeah, no, I remember that. We're going way back. This is the way back machine here. This is like 1995, 7. It's okay. Next up is the Alt Fest at the Mesa Arts Center. It's 6 p.m. Alt Fest is a kaleidoscope of art, light, and technology. It's kind of interface of media here. And it's going to create an interactive experience to brighten up the night. So they focus on the intentional use of space on the MAC campus. It's a one-night outdoor art exhibition, and it showcases brilliant local visual and music artists and highlights the engaging programs that take place every day at the Mesa Arts Center. So they got music, art demos, exhibitions, and an AR.
Oh, very cool.
AR kind of booth thing going on there.
Fun.
Yeah, 6 to 10 p.m. And guess what it is? Free.
Wow, I'm loving all this free. It's like, this is really amazing. Some really cool stuff.
Yeah. So like during the day, you can go play some ostriches. Then you can do the Sunset Floating Sound Bath at Hamilton Aquatic Complex in Chandler.
Oh, so we're very Chandler-centric, kind
This
of that
is
Mesa
really-
Chandler. Okay.
Little Chandler vibes.
Okay.
You can float in a pool with a beautiful sunbath. What's sunset? So, Sunset Floating Sound. Sunset Floating Sound Bath. It's a one-of-a-kind wellness experience designed to melt away stress.
Does Sally shells sell
Seashells
by the
seashells
shore?
right by the sound bath. And you basically get to float around on your paddle board. Well, they do like kind of Shavasana sound yoga. And you get to chill out, let the week
fun.
melt away. Super relaxing. It's just let your mind and body just fully unwind. 7 to 8 p.m., $40, 12 and over. Make sure you can swim because you are floating in a pool. So
That makes sense.
yes. Then we've got in Scottsdale, a little farther north.
Oh,
Arts
okay.
Fest.
So now we're moving up the
Rolling
101.
up the 101.
Okay.
Scottsdale Family Art Fest over at Sky Song. You know, the big building right there off McDowell.
yeah.
So from 5 p.m. today and 9 a.m. tomorrow. So the Scottsdale Family Art Fest is a free 2-day, free again.
Look at that. So much free stuff. Way to go,
All
Dylan.
the
Finding
things.
free stuff. Yeah.
I like free things.
Kudos to Dylan.
Right?
Yeah.
Free family fun. Why not? So it's a free 2-day-long festival of creativity that includes performances, interactive demonstrations, creative interventions, and culinary delights from local food trucks throughout the Sky Song campus.
Oh, fun.
I know. The whole day, you can experience performances, art exhibitions from the Scottsdale Unified School District students, family-friendly art activities. So it just is a great way to kind of get out there, meet your community, meet your neighbors, and see the other side of
Have
things.
some fun.
Yeah, 5 to 9 p.m. today, and 9 to 2 p.m. tomorrow.
All right.
If you want to go a little further afield, we're going up to Prescott next.
Oh.
I know. So this is the Shakespeare's King Lear at the Cosmos Theater in Prescott, 7 p.m. today through Sunday. Basin Lake Theater Project, under the visionary direction of Julie Chavez Harrington, proudly presents Shakespeare's monumental tragedy, King Lear.
Wow.
You might have read this one in high school. It was a good one. As King Lear's grip on power crumbles, you'll be drawn into a whirlwind of treachery, cruelty, and madness. Shakespeare's masterful storytelling, brought to life by some of Prescott's finest actors, guarantees a performance that will linger in your memory long after that final bow.
Very cool.
Today and tomorrow, 7 p.m., Sunday at 2, only $35.
Oh, and you get that gorgeous setting. I mean, you get a little road
beautiful.
trip. You get out of town.
You want to get out of town? How about Tucson?
Ooh, I like Tucson.
So Tucson, we've got Monster Jam. Yes?
Oh, I like how we go from Shakespeare to Monster Jam.
I mean, these are like the diametrically opposed things, but
Right.
it is going to be Friday, 7 p.m. And tomorrow, 1 to 7 p.m., it is Monster Jam. This is monster trucks. You'll become a fan for life. I mean, imagine watching a 12,000-pound truck stand on 2 wheels and just fly through the air. It's like Cirque du Soleil for trucks. It's amazing. You'll be in the middle of that action, and you even get to score the drivers in real time based on their skills, stunts, and saves. So if you don't like it, you can downvote them or upvote them.
Wow.
And it's only $25 to $65, and a trip to Tucson.
Wow.
Right?
Well, there you go.
Cirque du Soleil for trucks.
Yeah. What could be more fun?
Cirque du Soleil with tiny goats, perhaps, because they're pretty cute.
They are.
Like micro pigs, maybe, on little tiny trapeze.
Or maybe your own haven.
Oh, Shar-Pays. Put
Yeah.
a little tutu on her. And
exactly.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot going on, and I love the fact that we're getting road trips to Tucson,
Yeah.
to Prescott. So, very cool. All right. So, what about some birthdays?
It's your birthday. Jump up, go have a great day. Everyone has come to see you. Make a
So today is Johann Sebastian Bach's birthday.
Wow.
Indeed. So over 300 cantatas he wrote. Really, he revolutionized religious and secular music back in the day. So we all have some little piece of Bach just kind of playing.
Bach in the day?
Bach in the day. Ba-dum-bum.
I'll be here all day.
All right, and then we have Gary Oldman's birthday.
Hey.
You know, you've seen him. I mean, I didn't realize he started off on the stage back in the mid-'80s.
No way.
Went on and really kind of basically the Sex Pistols musician. He was Sid and Nancy. He played Sid Vicious. He also was Lee Harvey Oswald in Oliver Stone's JFK. And then probably where everyone remembers him the most is Dracula.
He just crushed it in Dracula.
He did indeed. Became that iconic role that some people know him for and that people now try to mimic. And so he was also part of Harry Potter films as Sirius Black, as well as the Batman trilogy with Christopher Nolan, and he is turning 66.
Oh, he's a wee.
Indeed. And then
everyone's
Matthew
favorite.
Broderick. Bueller.
Bueller.
Indeed, So first Bueller's Day Off. He was also the voice of Simba in The Lion King.
Really?
Yeah, as well as was on Broadway and in Hollywood for The Producers. He is 62
Wow.
and still looks like he's 12.
He really does.
So I don't know what his secrets are, but
There's a painting somewhere, someone's attic that's just reverse aging. Benjamin Button, but it's Matthew Broderick.
exactly, Dorian Gray meets.
Yes.
So, all right. And then also turning 62 is Rosie O'Donnell. She had her own show from 96 to 2002. She's been in so many different movies, League of Their Own. So she's won multiple Emmy Awards, and she's been on a variety of sitcoms. We all know her. We've seen her in a variety of roles, and she's turning 62.
Go Rosie.
Indeed. All right, so I will be back, but I will have a different co-host. So Melissa is still away, and so we have Courtney, who some of you may have seen coming up on prior shows. She's going to be here for a few days, so we're going to have lots of fun. So we'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great Friday and a great rest
your
of your
day.
weekend. All right.
Well,